Hey everyone, this is Kelly from FancyPlants, and I realize I've never done a live to kind of tell you what you guys are watching when you're watching me on the channel. About 3 years ago, before life got all chaotic and I lost my job and all that, we had the little fortune of buying land, and in that land we want to do kind of a Noah's Ark for plants. So our goal and ambition is to go and rescue plants that are eventually going to go extinct somewhere else and give them a place to live. And we're also going to do that for animals that are on the island that have no, good means of an end. They're probably going to go, you know where. So let me see if I can turn around the camera. How do I do that? So let me introduce you to the cows. These are rescue dairy cows, and they are going to be our lawnmowers for the acreage that has the volcano back there. Hopefully you can see it. There's the only piece of equipment we have on the farm, a tractor. And then in 20 acres that will eventually be a full forest. In 4 years, we've only been able to get to 1/8 of an acre, and I'm going to explain why. In this environment, there's an invasive grass called guinea grass, and it will grow in the air if given the opportunity. So before you plant anything, you have to cover the ground with landscape fabric. And that landscape fabric, well, it's expensive, backbreaking to put down, and even though you put it down, the grass, including the guinea grass, likes to just grow on top of it and makes life living hell. We'll walk through some of the things that are still growing, and I'll give you an example. But every 4 months, we try and come down here, lay down new fabric, and from around the world, we have people that are collecting seeds, and we try and buy the seeds from them of these rare plants, and they come here and they're gonna have a home. Here's an example of the guinea grass. The entire thing, the entire planting we had so far, this is mild to what we experienced because this is day 6. We're on our last day. We have to go back tomorrow, so we're finishing up what we can. We planted something there. We did our best to Christmas tree skirt around it. We were trying to be so good, but as you can see, the guinea grass doesn't care. The guinea grass, which is razor sharp. That's why I'm not touching it without gloves. I'm gonna have to get gloves. You put your fingers on that and you are gonna get cut. But there is the tree. Every one of our plantings had that. So we went and took it all down as much as we could. You can see our fence line, what it looks like when it just has gone nuts. There's also stuff here called like mimosa. I'll show you that in a minute. That really hurts. I mean, the thorns on this mimosa, this will form big clumps, as big as the guinea grass. So it can be several feet tall and wide. You try and touch it, you're gonna get an experience you're not gonna be happy with. But it's part of the joy. We are learning that, 2 guys and 1 tractor is not enough to do all of this. So we don't know what our eventual goal is, but we're hoping that as we document and show and get some interest in the farm, we'll have some creative brainstorming with some people. Because, truly, there's some rare stuff on the farm. Right now, this is an Annona SP. Whenever a scientist doesn't know the type of plant, usually it's given SP in the scientific name because it's undiscovered. So this is an SP. This is going to produce like a cherimoya, Annona, just classification is all cherimoya, atamoya, sugar apple. If you've had any of those, that's what these are. We have a white mango. That's probably our best tree so far. That kind of tastes like sugar cane. And we're going to just let it grow about 25 feet. And all of our trees, we're going to start pruning at 25 feet. And that's going to be as big as we let them grow. This is Dicroides edulis. You need male and female. So let me give you a hint of like how many feet make a difference. We don't know if it's a male or female because it hasn't bloomed yet. Here's one, same batch, same seed, same everything. It is 3 feet away. Well, actually more like 5 to 10. That's how big of a difference growing conditions change here. Here's another one that's doing well, right? But then one died, and it's all over the place. So I'm gonna go back here. This was our very first planting ever. When we got the farm, we put up electric fence to protect our plantings from pigs. Pigs wreak havoc. They will work their best to get inside wherever they want, and then they will dig ferocious holes. So big trees, even trees as big as this butternut and this artocarpus, this breadfruit, they could possibly push over and dig up. So we have to electric fence the entire area, all of it, all of it. But in our first planting, we just had shelves. We're like, oh my God, that doesn't get enough rain. So then we upgraded to a trough that has a outlet so it doesn't retain more than about an inch of water. And this is how things get watered when we're not here. 1 gallon containers with the rarest stuff in the world. Watch me find something super not rare. That's a no ID cherimoya. This is Plinia coronata rajada de Tahui. Can't even say it. Merciaria afdelicutata. This is a Eugenia SP preta. Gorgeous, right? Just gorgeous. Some other stuff. Let's see. What are you? You're pretty. Eugenia mosinii. Eugenia mosinii. To me, I wouldn't even say you look like a Eugenia. That's how cool you are. Eugenia is an underappreciated fruit. Everyone's heard of like apples, oranges, all that stuff, right? Eugenia, over 1,000 species. They all taste pretty different, can be disgusting, can also be great. But here's what we did this week. That tub is like $300. Being unemployed, I'm not gonna buy another $300 tub. I went to Home Depot and I saw kiddie pools. And these kiddie pools were $12 each. So for this planting, this is all the seeds that I could come up with and figure a place for. So we're gonna drill a hole that hopefully leaves about 3 inches of water in here. And these will be what we try and plant next time we're able to do landscape fabric down on the ground, give that time to kill anything under it. And then when we plant these, we learned our lesson. We are going to have to Christmas tree skirt everything and not take chances. We cannot spend 7 of every 8 days just simply doing maintenance of guinea grass with 1 day towards the plants, because it should be all about the plants, not about the stuff that's trying to choke the plants out, right? I have a feeling you guys are with me on that. Garcinia acuminata. We have Merciaria floribunda red. This is a true white longan. This is Chrysophyllum SP, so in the same family as star apple or kaimito, but it's an SP because they found it in the middle of, I think that was Brazil. They found that guy in. And then, of course, I mean, there is a citrus we had. Look at the thorns on the citrus. We just had somebody give us an orange. It was tasty, so we planted it, but we didn't know it was going to be so thorny. And some other things, some Annona, Plinia edulis gigante, where they say that the fruit was literally about that big. I will believe it when I see it. We'll see. I also was able to get some rare orchids. There's vanilla, planiflora. Oops, sorry, almost fell on this junk. But there's also, like I was lucky enough to get Imperialis and Pompona from some friends. So I'm going to put some moisture crystals in here and make sure that during this drought they survive, because right now they look pretty ragged. But one of them is growing up. This is probably planiflora or planifolia, growing up our little breadfruit tree. And then I do have some dragon fruit. What's good here is I'm able to find a cutting and either just put it in a pot and do nothing with it, or like this is Delight. I'm just gonna leave it by this junk tree and see what it can do on its own without help. Because you gotta have some easy plants mixed in with the hard ones. Eugenia uniflora black from our place that produces candy-like fruit. There's a chance, since these are from seed, they won't be candy. But hey, you never know, right? This is also the very first fruit, because we don't have a lot planted. In 4 years, it's all about like just trying to get stuff ready. We had a fruit from our white pineapple. We don't know the variety of the white pineapple because this came from someone that came blah, 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 blah. Said that we weren't able to get the name. Best pineapple you've ever had in your life. No acidity, which was good to me. Pure white. If you froze it and put it into a blender, you would just have pure, like lemonade ice sorbet right there. Soursop. Why does the soursop not look good? Well, this soursop doesn't look good because it doesn't get as much sun as it wants. Because, hello, 150-foot eucalyptus trees. Did I already go through on this video that they fell down? I'm sorry, guys. I can't remember because I have to get back to work, so I'm just trying to do this fast. We had one fall down, go into the neighbor's fence. So we had to have somebody come in, make sure the cows didn't get in, put back up the electric fence, and cut it into pieces. So unfortunately, we're going to have to take out all of these eucalyptus. But when we do, those guys are going to get more sun and truly take off. Because you can tell as we get further into the planting areas where there's more and more sun, about where the mango, the casturi starts, you'll see everything is thriving because it gets a lot more sun. That's a plenty of edulous, a regular one. And then you got some May apple, you have Nauclea. That's not the latifolia, but the other one. I'll show you the latifolia. This one cracks me up because when we came, we didn't even know that this was here because this was all on the ground. Hi, as the eye can see. Oh. And so I put a stake on it. And this one is called African Peach. Produces a big, cool. I see somebody said the signal is breaking up a bit. I am sorry. That's what happens when you're in the middle of a place that gets no signal whatsoever, like at all. But yeah, so that's going to be it. I will end the live now if I can figure out how to do it. And just wanted to kind of introduce ourselves and say this is what we're working on. We'll try and put more content about the farm in the YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe and like. And I'll take a lot of good video and then I will edit that video as I can. And we'll go from there. How's that sound? All right. Thanks, guys.